And they worshiped the beast, dragon, which gave power unto the beast, the nuclear weapon. And they worshiped the beast, which is the United States of America, saying, who is like unto the beast, the United States of America, who is able to make war with him. In other words, you got to go by the symbols now, because God created these symbols, so you're going to have to keep saying this aircraft, this here and this here. He created it in a format where you can know when you're talking about the United States and when you ain't. These by the beast that was seen upon the brink of the earth, which came from the space shell, the man who created and manufactured the space shell. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things. Daniel, this is Revelation chapter 4, and it's also tell you this in Daniel chapter 7, somewhere in there. And blaspheme, and blaspheme, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. 42 months. And he opened his mouth in the blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. This is what the CIA has done. He's the Antichrist. He tells you in Thessalonians chapter 2, he will be revealed in his day. Once he gained victory, he gonna sit up and say, damn it, I know these weapons gonna do it. He ain't got no power. They ain't no God. But God has spoken in the prophecy of this Bible, that he was going to give him power to do this here. He tell you in Daniel chapter 7 that he was going to blaspheme against God. He tell you here he's going to blaspheme against God. He tell you in Revelation chapter 17 he's going to blaspheme God. Because he's going to think that he has done this out of his own power and of his own hand, and out of the weapon that he had manufactured in his arsenal upon the face of the earth. Let me see, I think I done. Yeah, I almost drunk all my water. Oh, excuse me. Now, let me go a little further from here. Verse 6, 13, verse 6. And he opened his mouth in the blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, cursing Jesus Christ, and his tabernacle. The tabernacle is the people that dwell in the Middle East, and them that dwell in heaven. In heaven is the one that, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindred and tongues and nations. In other words, he gonna craft this in somewhat until he gonna rule over not only his people in there, but God, because of the way the mindset is of these peoples, God gonna cause him to rule over the entire world through deceit. He lied and deceived and told the people these people over there was against him, and they fought with him and hoped him to defile them. And when he defiled them, he gonna turn over against his own, against every righteous man up on this earth through the mouth of the sea. This is why the cocaine and the drugs is in our neighborhood here. We happen cheer on this man. And at the end, he's going to turn against everything that serves the Lord God. This is where we're going with this. This is the true gospel. This is what I'm telling you. All nations and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the earth. He's telling you these peoples is the white race, came from the white race. I'm not saying this. God is saying this. This is not no prejudice against these peoples. They're coming by the way of the people who was caused by interbreeding with the daughters of men, these fallen angels which separate themselves from God, and they interbreed with the daughters of men, bearing children unto them. These one which set up a kingdom of the white race on this side of the earth, even on the other side, for God destroyed the earth by war. If any man have an ear, verse 9, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is wisdom and patience and the faith of the saints. Verse 11 reads, And I looked, and behold, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the sea, earth. This is, let me show you what this is. Earth is the habitat of God. Another beast coming up out of earth. These are two same beasts, but I had to put one over here and one over here. Coming up out of earth. And he had two horns. These are two, both these same beasts. But I had to show you they had two horns. These came out of the Holy Land where God was. Had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay. You remember when they took Saddam Hussein out over here in Iraq? They had to put him one over here. They took and hanged Saddam Hussein, killed him. But the United States government set in place a man to rule in his stead, to comfort the people, to make it look as if that he had gave him charge over the city, their people, to captivate the mind of the people. But what they didn't know, he had established a law in their democratized system out there in the law of Moses, that they should invite outside investors in that land for ExxonMobil to be that they can buy into their land, which is the land that belongs to Jesus Christ because he shed his blood for it, and they could get the crude oil, be attached themselves onto this. In other words, when they leave the war and say we didn't govern themselves, they're not governing themselves if they don't is not in control of their own resources. But the man that God telling you they put in place here spoke as a dragon. In other words, he was robbing God's peoples out of their natural resource, which is the crude oil that the United States man, and giving it to ExxonMobil. This is what God is telling you right here. Making him a part of the covenant because he don't have nothing to cover his dollar. His dollar is non-effect. So he's attaching him on to their natural resource, which they've been blessed by God. But at the same time, ExxonMobil don't serve God. He's a liar. He said he did. He don't serve God. He serves, the rich man don't serve God. They say the work of their own hand and the mentality of the Antichrist. So this is reading God too. Now, let me show you the other part. It was two. The other part is the Afghanistan. So he had to, and he replaced this one with another system. Now he said the man is corrupt. Now you know he was corrupt in the beginning because you put him there. So the same cocaine that he used to contaminate our people, to tear down the infrastructure of our people and to rob us of our property here in the United States of America, he bring the same drugs over there once he get a governmental body established, and bring cocaine over there and tell us they were doing drugs before they got to. This is what he gonna tell us. There's no way they fought all these wars through each generation against himself being addicted to cocaine or being addicted to drugs. So when he came over here to Afghanistan, he's setting up him a bumper part here to keep the Soviet Union out, to keep the military of the China out, because he's gonna sit behind this Tiger River and he's gonna say all this oil belongs to us. And through his prophecy, he's gonna sit back there in the midst behind there and keep his weapons of destruction out. He's gonna plant his tabernacle, which is his ships in the Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean, and the other in the Mediterranean Sea, to keep anything out of the north and keep anything, and he's gonna be shipping